Good day. Welcome to King Wilmer's Everything. Today we're looking at another multi-cart. And this one, I'm thinking this may have been an eBay purchase, but they have a whole bunch of different versions of this. There's like 101, 201, 301. This was the biggest, 501. I've had this for a little while and I've had a chance to play with it. As you can imagine, it's somewhat illegal because why would you put 500 Nintendo DS cartridges on one cartridge? But you can see it does say 64 gig 500 G01. So 501 with a 64 gig cart. And here it rattled around in there, so I was kind of suspicious. And it came in a case, So it was in this case instead of in that case. I don't know if you got some good peepers on you, maybe you can read the games. They're DS games, they're not 3DS games. So this is all DS games. And it came in a little cartridge box, which is very hard to open. And the first thing you'll probably notice is, come on, get out. It's red. Kind of odd, you don't see too many red DS cartridges. And here's the sticker. See, it's a 501. Sticker's kind of grainy, and it has a little security seal on there. And if you look, you can see a micro SD card. So it's like, I wonder what this is. Is it upgradable? And once we plug it in, I think you're going to understand what they did with this and how they made this and what it really is. So let's put it in Mr. DS or 3DS. I don't have a DS. Let's see. What are we playing? Oh, Luigi's Mansion. That's a fun game. But let's plug it in. Turn it on. So you can see it says SpongeBob SquarePants. So if you know anything about flash carts, you probably know what this is. Let's see. Let's start her up. Turn that off. Okay. So you can see it says Ace 3DS. So what this is, it's a Ace 3DS flash cart that they put a fancy sticker on. It's inside here. And that's all they did. But if you kind of poke through here, you'll see it's got slot 2, so Game Boy Advance, Moonshell, Famicom, Super Famicom, Game Boy Color, I think that's Sega, PCE, I'm not sure what that one is, Neo Geo, Atari. So it looks like it's a flash cart, but if you go into any of the other ones here, you'll see there's nothing in them. So it looks like they just took this flash cart and put Nintendo DS games on it. But I guess if you wanted to, you could take out the SD card if there's some room and put some more games on there if you wanted. You know, the Atari 2600 games. Or a bigger SD card, probably bigger SD card. So let's see what's in here. So you can kind of see, I kind of played a few of these games already. They're just the normal DS games that they dumped out and put them onto one cart. And there are 501 games. It looks like there's really probably no duplicates that I can see. I didn't go into super detail, but from the box it does say, you know, what the games are. And they just took the ROMs, dumped them on here, so the names are kind of, you know, you get the names, whatever they put on the ROM. So we'll just randomly pick one here. So how about Bratz Diamonds. So you can kind of see it's Bratz, if you like that game. And of course it's the shrunken screen because it's for DS and this is 3DS. But so that's what these are. And if you want to get out to it, hit your home button and then go back in the cartridge. Come on. It's Duncan. So if you're familiar with flash carts, you kind of know what this is. Usually when you see the SpongeBob, that's the version of whatever firmware is on here. But all the games really are on here. So I'm really surprised that they can get away with that. But they are there, and if you want to play them, you can play them. There are a lot of them. So you can go backwards from 500. And quite a lot of games. But like I said, all it really is Ace 3DS card with their sticker on it. And they put the ROMs on for you. So this is kind of the same thing as one of these guys, DS2. Does the same thing. This one I think has its own little processor. If you want to do like homebrews, all kinds of wacky stuff, that's what this one can do. That's why it's got the bump out on it. So it's kind of the same deal. This has an SD card, micro SD card. But it's the same thing. And so I'm sure you can just take this off, put on what you want, change it however you like, modify it. That's probably what I'm going to do, because it seems like this would be kind of a lot of fun to put the Atari 2600 stuff on here. Have an extra cart. The DS2 was kind of special because it had a processor, so it could do some fancier things as opposed to just these cheaper cards. And usually you'll see like these guys are quite a bit more expensive. This is actually a second generation. There's a new version of it out. But you know, these are like 50, 60 bucks, depending on what you're getting. And you're paying for the processor and the extra speed. And this one here actually, if you leave it plugged in, even though you're not using it, it runs the processor and kills your battery faster. This one's just a plain old cartridge, nothing special. But I'm trying to think what this cost. I've seen them on eBay, like 40 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. I think you can go through China and get it a lot cheaper if you want to have it shipped from China. But it's interesting they put all this effort into the box and the cover and stickers and stuff like that to do that. But it does work, so I'm very surprised. But I think they would at least say, hey, it's a Ace 3DS card. But they didn't. They modified it a little bit. So I think if you think you're getting just some fancy cartridge, you're not. You're just getting this with the ROMs on it. So, but it does the job. So anyway, you kind of get an idea what this is and what it does. The Nintendo DS 501 64 gig cartridge. And there's all the games. Can you read it? Can you read it? Anyway, have a great day.